Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
All right, Danny, we are back.
Brendan, long time no see, bud.
I hate to inform everybody at home. The last weekend of dry January, I survived.
Dude. all you need is a little willpower, a little determination. We got this.
Can I tell you that on Friday we drove up to Bella's. We did a special show from Bella's.
Yep.
On the way up there, like right, we were taking the left onto Osgood Street. I was like, dude, you know, we made it far enough, kind of.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to be like, yeah, fuck it. And you were like, we got 4 days left. And I was like, I was surprised, but you're the one who kept me in the game.
Dude, but last night you were out.
Oh, I was like,
And I was waiting for you to say, like,
just go for it.
go for it. Because I was going to be like, all right, we're going for it.
So I went to, it was the hardest night of my entire thing.
Yeah, last night was pretty bad for me, too. And it wasn't even like, I was just at Julie's, like normal.
Yeah.
But it was just, the vibe was right.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, I'll take a Coca-Cola on ice.
We went with two girls that I'm really close friends with. I grew up with them. We went with them and their significant others to see Get the Lead Out, which is a Led Zeppelin tribute band
yeah.
in Lynn. And I'm like, I'll drive. And then I find out like we're going to dinner with these two other couples who I don't really know. And I like I said to you, like I'm like I felt like Superman when he decides to give up his powers.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I just wasn't fully in the mood, first of all.
Yeah.
And I knew to really like, and I like to meet people, like to do that thing, but like I was just kind of not in the mood. You know what I mean? And it didn't help that I'm eating like a wedge salad and fucking drinking Diet Cokes like they were going to ban them on Monday. But a couple things I gotta say about that show. One, I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like most people probably. Like I like a couple songs, whatever.
Allie's killing me.
This fucking band put into like everything's right. Like they have all the like right equipment and everything. They're fucking like nationwide known. They're unbelievable. It's really loud. I'm like a fucking Zeppelin fan after I saw this. This music does something to all right. So most like they're like kind of bored of they're not too heavy, right? But they're loud.
Yeah.
This music does something to women over the age of 45 that I can't explain. Like,
Just horns them up.
dude, there was a 55-year-old woman who was like a 6, right? For a 55-year-old woman's a great, that's a great compliment. Lights go down, they start playing like Good Times, Bad Times, or something like that. This woman starts writhing in a way that like I thought they're gonna roll out like a Chevy Camaro in a Poison video. Like I was like, what is happening? Like tribalistic fucking like
Just in the zone.
like from the fucking earth.
She was
like,
part of the video.
yeah, and this was not like she was not an outlier. Like women were fucking loving it. Like they were into it. I mean, lots of men in their older age got fucking laid last night. I'll just say
Good
that.
for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Actually, we left there and then I dropped one couple off and then my other girlfriend was having people over and Maggie's like, they live around the corner. Maggie's like, you're coming in, right? I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm fucking tired. Fucking spent the whole day loading out my basement because we're getting it finished. I had to do it again today. And it was like 11:30. And I'm just like, I'm not. And I knew like the other couples that I didn't really know were going there. And I'm like, I don't want to give that image of myself like I'm a prick. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, when you're hanging out with drunk people, huge credits out to like, I have a friend I've talked about this who's I run a golf tournament with. He's in recovery. And he is like the best time I've ever met, best dude I've ever met, most fun.
Yep.
And like I'm like I gave him 90 more credit points than I had given him like on his credit report before that because it's hard, dude. Like you're just not there where they are. You know what I mean? Like, and you're like kind of done like at the end of the night. You know what I mean? And they're like, and dude, I get it. Like I'm the person.
That's
who's
gonna
like,
be us next weekend.
100%. Like that's it. So anyways, we made it through. We got, what was it, Wednesday is February 1st?
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Not
done.
that we're counting.
No, I mean, we're just done.
You put the analogy out there the best. about like going to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's like you see your house when you're walking home when you're a kid.
Like I can easily do another month,
yeah.
but like I don't want to.
Yeah, well, I won't drink too much in February because I am trying to drop these LBs. So,
Right.
I'll probably, I'll probably drink the night of the Super Bowl. I might drink next. We'll see. Like it'll be one night a week for me, max. And no like occasionals. You know what I mean? No occasional beers.
Right.
But yeah, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Like I said today, I had a blast.
Right.
Like I don't need to get drunk to have fun, but at the same time, my clock is quicker to be like, all right, I'm good. Like I'm ready to take my fucking melatonin and go to bed and fucking. Dude, and I slept till 9, which I never do. Like I woke up and I'm like, what fucking time is it? And it was 9 because I had been fucking working in the basement all day.
Yeah.
So probably like now I know why you guys can all go to bed at 9 and then wake up at 5 is because fucking you're exhausted from fucking working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Takes a toll on you.
Yeah. So it was a good scene over at Julie's.
Yeah, we had basketball. Julie's kids and our boy Isaac. They all play on the same team.
Yep.
And they played before in like the regular rec league yesterday.
Yeah.
They all play in the same travel team today. But yesterday they played before us, so we went to that game, and then obviously they stayed for Brendan's game. And Julie, typical Julie fashion, she's like, "We're not doing nothing. Come over."
Yep.
So we did, and we ordered food, and we had a great conversation. And then her son Cole was like, "Royal Rumble tonight," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And I haven't watched, dude. I was the biggest wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And when Brendan was young, we were like still into it. Like I took him to wrestling when it was in town and stuff. But we just drifted away from it, and we watched the Royal Rumble last night, and it was fucking great. But it was, I do have to say one thing though, like Cole, to his credit, Julie's youngest, he's telling a whole bunch of adults and kids, he goes, "It's free. It's free." And I'm like, I've done this my entire life.
Yeah.
It's not fucking free. He goes, "It's free with Peacock." And I go, these motherfuckers. So they're getting you, I think Peacock is like $5.99 a month.
Yeah.
$4.99 a month.
Sure.
So they get you for 12 months, and then they're like, "Here, you can watch Royal Rumble for free." And now all these people that don't have Peacock just signed up for $5.
Of course.
Dude, it's a genius idea.
Yeah.
The problem is, and because I'm a massive Notre Dame fan, they have like 1 or 2 games a year on the schedule just on Peacock.
Yep.
The streaming service is garbage.
Yeah, it has nothing.
It is garbage. So we watched the Royal Rumble at Julie's house. I went home and I wanted to watch the rest of the matches. Now I'm hooked.
Yeah,
you know. And they brought back a couple of wrestlers from like my era, and they're 50 plus years old now.
Yeah,
They were in the
yeah.
Royal Rumble. They lasted like seconds.
Yeah.
But I was like, I have Peacock. I'll put it on. Dude, it was fine at Julie's house. I live a quarter mile from there, and it was like in and out lagging. And I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, dude, you know what the thing is? Like, I've talked about this before, but like, I don't even know what I have. Like, I know I have most of the
I
subscriptions.
have them all. I
know
know
too, but like,
yeah.
I wouldn't know how to log into Paramount Plus if you paid me $1 million.
Yeah, so
Might as well be like, crack the safe
I
down
always
at the fucking TD
forget.
Garden.
The good thing about that is like they're pretty easy to like get into. You can just say forget password. They send you an email. You
Yeah.
make a new one. I do that every time.
Me too. And I've talked about it before. Like, I'm usually at the IA or something with you, and then
Yeah.
I get an email like, "What's our Disney login?" Because the thing is, the kids load so much shit on their phones.
Yeah, they
that it
forget.
deletes.
Oh.
It like uninstalls
The
programs.
safe passwords.
No, they're programs. And so then they have to reinstall Disney, and then they have to fucking re-put their shit in again. So that's like a weekly fucking occurrence for me that I absolutely can't stand.
Yep. I know I have Hulu. I
Yeah.
know I do. No one in the house remembers the password. No one remembers whose email it's under. And
Yeah.
I'm just paying for it. And I haven't watched Hulu in months.
No,
and I know
yeah.
I have it.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking-
we have it because that's what we have for cable.
It's a
Like,
disaster. Yeah,
I
I have
switched over.
I have a Fire Stick, but I have all the
Yeah.
every one of the apps I have. So
Yeah.
it's the same exact thing as I looked today and I was like, fuck. I was like, it's definitely $100 less than I had yesterday, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then I looked and it was all the
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
shit. YouTube TV, $80.
Dude, it's amazing. I will say what's amazing is like, you know, doing the dry January thing. It's like, you know, I'm good for fucking $60 in a bar a week at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
after work beers, whatever. I've
But
been on.
I'm like a huge advocate for like you can't fucking die with your money.
No, we do the same.
I am not, dude. I spend stupidly.
Yeah.
And I'm trying
Me
to cut
too.
back on
Me
that.
too.
I spend stupidly. I'm an impulse buyer.
Yeah, I am too.
No one was worse than my father. My father would walk out of the dealership with a Mustang.
Yeah.
The day, like just the day of. That's a true story. But I'm very much an impulse buyer. I'm trying to cut back on that. But I love having a good time with anything.
Oh,
not
me
just,
too.
Not just a bar. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like if I take my kids to fucking Sky Zone
Yep.
and they're like having so much fun, I'm like, yeah, I'll just pay for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Not even think about it.
No, I agree with you.
You know?
I agree with you.
So it's something I got to work on. It's not. I mean, I guess I could be addicted to heroin.
No, that's, I mean, 100%.
I like spending money and smiling.
We had my mother's birthday on Friday night. And,
Happy belated, Mr.
Yeah,
Hearn.
dude, we got people. I got the email out to like two people. My sister's gonna buy a table, I think, at the Young Wolf
Oh,
as
fuck
well. My buddy Danny Baker is looking into a table.
Melrose in the house.
Melrose is gonna be in the house.
Baby.
So my mother's going. It's gonna be a full Hearn family affair.
Jesus.
I think Maggie's gonna go. It's gonna be a big weekend.
Yeah.
For us.
It's
It's
a
gonna be
big
a big fucking weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I'm the same way though. Like I love to have fun. I love to have people. Like for example, like I think I've told this before, but like I don't have a country club membership. I don't have a boat. I don't have any of that shit. Right? I got nice guitars. I got a garage bar. These are my hobbies.
Yeah.
So like when people are like, what can I give you some money for the keg? I'm like, and I've had like my neighbor like Ryan, who's got the same last name as me, lives next door. Like every like couple months, like he like just sends me $50. He's like bartender. But like I tell people when they come in, I'm like, don't bring anything because A, I barely drink hard booze.
Right.
B, like this is what I do. This is my fun. So like I want you to have a good time here. I don't want to feel like you have to bring something.
Absolutely.
If you really feel like it the first time, go for it.
Right.
And I've had a couple of people be like, hey, like my buddy Gentile, I think I probably have told the story, but when he won 25 grand a night at Encore one night on Blackjack.
Wow.
We were all there. It was the end of our first weight loss competition. And he gave me like $300. He's like, buy 3 cakes. He's like, this is like
Throw
he's
away
like
money.
us. Like this is
Yeah.
fucking free money.
Yeah,
You know
throw
what I mean?
away
Like
money.
you use it. So yeah. So like I said, if you come here, if you're invited here, you don't have to bring anything. I always have. Unlike now is the only time I think I have like probably some piss left out of the fucking winter lager keg left. Maggie was like last night before we went out. She's like, because she's not on dry January. She's
Yeah.
like, do you have any seltzers out in the garage? I'm like, I have nothing in the garage. And it was funny because her and one of my girlfriends they like throwing matches and gasoline together. They didn't come into the show.
Yeah.
They just sat out at the bar and just guzzled fucking seltzers and whatever. First person I walked in, my buddy Josh, the iron worker, everybody knows. Josh is like one of the funniest bastards. He's like also like, he's so quick that like you really can't get over on him. Like I can't even get over on him. His cousin is like his older brother, and he's the only person I've ever seen who can just handle him. And like I love the kid. He's the fucking best. Joe, he lives down the street in Saugus. And he's like, Joe's gonna be there. And like I walk in, I'm kind of in a bad mood, not a bad mood, but just like I'm not really wanting to be there. First slap on the back as I walk in is him, and I'm like, now I'm happy. Now I saw my fucking boy. But it was great. By the way, Friday was awesome. We went up to Bella's.
Oh, unbelievable.
So I listened back to the episode. It's funny because like I haven't
even heard it
it's
yet.
a short episode. It's good. I mean, it was good to get Harry on there and just talk to him about like the restaurant and everything.
Yep.
That's mainly it's kind of just a commercial for Bella's, which we want to give back to a sponsor. We're gonna do the same thing with Lily Peas.
Yep.
But I love that guy. First of all, it is hard just for the people at home, and I had this experience. We got not paid. We got flown down to do when I did the cornhole podcast. My buddy owns this Fire Cornhole. By the way, free ad. You want the best bags in the fucking business? Throw Fire. Okay. My buddy Jason McCannon, my guy.
That's a fellow from Texas.
He's from North Carolina. He's
Not
the
even-
fucking
not even
dude,
close.
You walk around a cornhole event with
I
him.
thought you said he was from Texas.
Walk around the cornhole. No, that's my guy Chad. But you walk around a cornhole event for the ACL with Jason McCannon. Like they didn't. Let's put it this way. They didn't want us on the broadcast, the ACL, because like I was always dropping F notes and talking about like fucking coming myself to the moon and shit. And he's like, it's on me. That's the type of dude this is. Like I would lay down for this guy. Like he is my fucking guy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he loves fucking crushing Miller Lights. He's the best. But he flew us down to do the commentary on the court. And I ended up like it's odd because you're on the court and I'm like, you're trying not to be too loud and like all that stuff. It's kind of awkward. And it was kind of similar with Bella's where like people are in there. You don't want to take away from business they have.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're kind of trying to like fucking be a little quieter. So if you lost a little bit of our normal like get up and go, that's why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think everybody gets that. But we had an absolute blast there. Fucking awesome time.
I said that in the review I did. I said I can't swear. There was kids there. There was kids and elderly.
Yeah,
I got manners.
I know. Also, back to that cornhole trip for 1 second. So I was supposed to be on the court like X amount of hours every day. But I went out every night and got drunk with people who own these cornhole companies and just fucking did it up like we do it. And one day I couldn't get out of bed till noon because I was up till fucking 6 in the morning.
Right.
And one of the guys who owns this bag company, another like a small bag company, he was like, on the mic chirping me. Basically, he's like, oh, I gotta be here for. I heard it. Like somebody had already told me, so I already listened to it as I got out of bed. Like somebody has to clean up. No, somebody has to like take care of it for Brendan, who can't like get up and answer the bell or whatever. And as he got up from the table, I looked at him. I'm like, hey, dude. I'm like, some people are here to laugh at my jokes and clean up after my mess. Congratulations. Anyways, you can't chirp me and not expect to get chirped back. So we're gonna do frauds today.
Yes, sir.
Fourth installment, I think, right?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yep.
the fourth. This is where it all kind of began.
Yeah.
Frauds. This was maybe episode 3.
3,
I
yep.
think we did Boston movies, then frauds.
Yep.
As we all know, I'm going to promote it right now again, and we'll get to ads later, but we're going to have a fucking time at March 4th at Lily Peas.
Yes.
We are going to absolutely fucking crush it. We're going to love it. We're going to do a fucking live podcast there. You can hang out. You can jump on the mic if you want. So some people who've been asking to get on who like, you know, like, hey, Justin Pike, show up. You can get on the mic for fucking 10 minutes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Let's talk sports. You know, he wants to talk sports.
Yeah, that's the day to do it.
That's the day to do it. Come in, jump in. We'll
Quick
get you on
little
the mic.
fucking-
Yeah, quick little guest appearances. We'll get you on the mic. It's gonna be all you can eat chicken. I'm also working on maybe talking to Harry and Chris. Even if they can't do this, I'm gonna try to get a gift card from each of them, and we're gonna do a contest throughout the month. So it
Nice.
starts now. If we get it from it's gonna be $50 to each shop. I've not talked to either of them or about to go ahead on this, but this is how we operate. If not, we'll buy
Shoot from the hip.
Yeah, we'll buy the
Gift cards.
The gift cards. There you go, Danny. Thank you.
Big
As
word.
I said, my brain does not work well without booze. But here's what the contest is. Starting today, the person who shares the most of our shit on social media
Ooh.
tags us, tags Bellas, tags Lily Peas. So all you gotta do, like we post something pretty much 2-3 times a week at
Yep.
least, like a clip and stuff. Share that on your social media, like all the pages, right? And then, which by the way is an old cornhole trick. They're like, make sure you like who's checking. Like I'm not gonna go through and make sure you like Lily Peas, but
Right.
share the shit, right? So people get awareness about it, about our sponsors. That would go a long way for us, for them, and you're gonna get some out of it. So the person who does the most is getting 50 to each, and then we'll give you we'll give you a 12-pack of Miller Lite or something like that too, just to sweeten the fucking deal.
Real quick.
Yep.
When we were at Bella's, I was talking about my buddy from Dover.
Yep.
That drove to Bella's. So last night I'm laying in bed trying to watch my streaming center that's lagging on Royal Rumble.
Sure.
And I get a text message from my buddy, and he goes, "Hey, I'm leaving Dover. Oh, I already left Dover. I'm on my way to New Hampshire for a party." He's a younger kid,
Yeah.
you know. He goes, "Had to make a pit stop. Pulling into Bella's right now."
Yeah, he
What's
tagged
that?
us in his Instagram.
Did he?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the best.
Yeah, he's like, here's the Christmas tree, everything. Yeah. So hey, if you are going to those places, even if you don't want to tell them you got it through us, just do a little Instagram post or whatever, and we'll share it.
Yep.
Tag us in it. I think the only thing we can't share is if you have a private account. So if you do that, whatever. But we appreciate it any way you do it. By the way, been seeing a shitload of pulling the corks things in the wild.
I've been texting you different cars. I tried to look in like the side mirrors to see if I recognize their face. I have no idea who these people are.
Love you.
Yeah.
Fucking love you.
Saw a pickup truck. And it was in Malden, but it had New Hampshire plates.
Yep.
Had no idea who that was.
Yep.
I might have an idea, but I couldn't see the person. I've never seen the truck. New Hampshire plates in Malden, pulling cork sticker. And then last week, I was picking up my daughter, and I saw her pulling the cork sticker on the back of definitely a mom driving or a female corker driving. Couldn't see in the side mirror who it was. You were in Saugus, Wakefield area. Snapped a pic of it, but we appreciate the support as always.
We love it. Yeah. The other thing we're going to do, and I'm working on it, is we're probably going to start a Patreon. Now, for people who don't know what Patreon is, a lot of podcasts use it. A lot of YouTube channels use it. Basically, it's like, it's a set amount of money you pay a month, right? It's not going to change the show at all. So nothing. So if you just like listen to the show on Mondays, you're still fucking getting it. Nothing's going to change.
Right.
But what we're going to do is, it's basically different levels of able to support the show. I do it for a bunch of podcasts that I love, and I get bonus stuff out of it. So, like, these bonus episodes, I'm planning on, like, one of the things we're going to do is all the stories me and Danny can't tell on the show because people would be like, I don't want that story told to, like, to, like, some guy in Arkansas.
Right.
Like, this will be stuff like that. Like, I have an unbelievable story I wanted to tell this entire show
Yeah.
about a strip club, and I can't tell it. So, it's going to be told on that. It's also going to be stuff like, there's different tiers to it. Of like what you support, I mean, it's like sometimes it's $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever. And what we're gonna do with that, what we're using that money for, is we don't really charge our right, currently we don't charge our sponsors like a crazy amount of money. We want to help them grow as we grow, right? We have a lot of loyal listeners that love this show and that support the brands that we like to support or the businesses.
Yep.
So what we want to do with that, like extra money that we get, like we don't like literally we work at a loss every month, right? Like
For sure.
Like it costs money to host the show. It costs money to post it. It costs money to have like a premium YouTube account. All this stuff costs money, which I don't mind doing because I love to do the show and we're trying to grow it. But it's going to allow us to do stuff like we want to do a Nashville trip, right? When me and you go down to Nashville, film a bunch of video, do a podcast from a bar, like do a bunch of shit like that. Like we take it on the road for certain places. So like there's a bunch of stuff that we can do with that. And it's not like crazy money. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's nothing to do with that. But if you'd like to support the show, you can do it. And we're going to we'll do like, special t-shirts and stickers for Corkers, like hashtag Corker stickers that are just for the people for Patreon. Like I said, it will not change the show at all. We are, in fact, not getting rich off this. We are losing money doing it, which we love to do for you. We are. But hey, cost money to get out the right information to you. Okay. When we feel like you need to hear this shit.
Right.
So, all right, let's jump into frauds.
Let's do it.
Can I start?
Absolutely.
Dry January. Fucking fraud. All right, let me talk about this. First of all, Maggie's a fraud. She was telling everybody there last night that I do this every year and it's her birthday month. First of all, I've only done it once.
Yeah.
I've tried to do it like 6 times. I only did it once and it was 2021. Because I do feel bad. It is her birthday in January and like I'm kind of not as fun. So it's like, or I'm just not as much. So like I feel bad. Like I'm like, I want her to have a good birthday. I want to go out and do something, go to Encore, whatever we do. And like, so I don't do it, right? So I've only done it one other time. So I did it one time, and that was 21, and COVID was back on the rise. So it was like you really couldn't do shit anyways.
Right.
So it was like didn't affect anything. I think Maggie did it because she was like, there's nothing to do. Couldn't even take her out, like really go to dinner and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only second time I've done it. I'm gonna call it dry first 2 weeks of January is well enough to like get your system reset.
There's a thing that that one of the guys on Barstool does now. It's dry-ish January.
Yeah.
Basically cheating.
Sure.
If you want to cut back a little bit because you fucking went ham during the holidays, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge anybody.
No.
Dude, I know, as I know people. I think we're the only 2 survivors left, and your father.
Yeah. Me, you, and my dad.
Yeah.
3 rocks.
There's a lot of people that tried it,
Yeah.
can't do it, and I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, yesterday was a test.
Yeah.
Big time. And and there was nothing going on. I was just like, you know what? I really want to bear right now.
Well, part of the reason we were able to do is we ran our mouths.
Yeah, we did run out.
That's why. If we were
did
just saying me and you,
Yeah.
and we never aired it out,
Yeah.
I would have broke 2 weeks ago.
There's actually a lot of people that, in Honor System, you said they have to donate to, I believe, Dana-Farber.
Yeah, CF, cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, so if you didn't, you got to throw them at least $25.
Yeah, do the right thing.
Hey, by the way, I'm going to tell you how close it was to breaking. I donated $100 yesterday. I said if we broke, we had to do 100
Yep.
each. I did 100 yesterday,
All right, then I'm going to do it too.
anticipating that I was going to break, and I didn't break. So regardless, we got a little money to CF. I think it's like, I think if you go 2 weeks and then you drink like one night a weekend for the rest of January, you're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it ain't gonna kill you.
No, I'll tell you what. I woke up January 1, 2, whatever, and I was like, "There's no way I'm fucking doing this." But then it was just like, yeah, you can't do it. And I was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was like, you know what? I've made it this fucking far. 28 days is good.
Dude, my girlfriend Allison, when I told her that my girl I grew up with and I've been a ride or die friend with her forever, I was like, I can drive. She's like, she couldn't wrap her head around it, dude. Like that I was doing dry January.
Yeah, a
like
lot of my friends couldn't.
And she goes, when we were walking in, she goes, I never would have thought. I don't think I've ever gone to anything with you where you drove. And she's like, I don't think I've ever like thought that you would. And I'm like, enjoy it because this is your last fucking time.
Yeah.
This is your fucking like 50-year storm, 100-year storm, whatever it is from fucking Point Break. This is the one time. I'm not saying it's a fraud. I'm just saying that my buddy's right. I'm gonna say this. My buddy, by the way, Brian Panuzzo, the Success Lift. I hate health gurus. This dude really does know what he's talking about, and you can just take all his content for free if you're into trying to get your shit together. I think it's the Success Lift on Instagram, and he has a podcast that's bigger than this one that he just talks about eating grapes and shit.
Yeah.
Sounds
awful.
Kid was always in shape, by the way. It's my only thing I'm going to call him out on. He claims he was out of shape at one point. Him being out of shape is me being in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
But he does make a valid point, which his point is that, like, if you really want to fucking sustain change, like, drink twice a month. You know what I mean? Rather, like you're like he actually put up a great post. I shared it with the North Shore Diet Beef Diet page where he was like, you know, everybody gets on their ass like that. They didn't like they go, I'm gonna be fucking money this week, and he's like, so you eat great Monday, Tuesday, then something happens. You have to go to lunch with a client and you get a burger or whatever. And then you're fucking beating yourself up. He's like, you're already doing 90% better than you did last week.
Right.
Like if you had a 90% return on anything, you'd be
see, I
fucking
like the way
pumped.
that guy thinks.
Yeah, it's right. It's true. You're not gonna live a life like I'm never gonna live a life of salads and it's never gonna be.
You can't.
existence.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta
So you
chip
got
away
like,
at it.
I'll give you an example. My mother's birthday was Friday night. Had fucking pasta, had cake.
Yep.
Had an old duels with my old man. We had an old
Oh,
duels.
did you?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't great. I mean, drank beer for the buzz, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like, you know, like, but that's the point. I think Dry January is semi as a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're doing it and you enjoy doing it, do it. Great. You know what I mean? Like, did I enjoy it? It was okay.
I mean, it's pretty much equivalent to starting a gym fucking membership, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I will
People
say,
try a gym for a week and then they're like, yeah, I miss
dude, I'll
just
say
sitting
this.
on my couch. I fat
slept,
slob.
I slept great all fucking month.
Yeah.
Even though I had some stressful shit going on, I slept great. My stomach's been awesome, and I definitely think like my daughters both have celiac disease, gluten. Like they get sick. Like if they eat gluten, they get sick. My stomach's been fucking money. My stomach's never money. So I cut out dairy, I haven't had any gluten. I had pasta the other night, but I think like there's something in beer that definitely isn't like it's a damn shame because it's probably my favorite elixir in the fucking world. You know. Anyway, so that's my first one. Dry January fraud.
It's a great one. It's a great one. I will counter with Tums.
I agree, they are fraud.
Such a fucking fraud, dude.
Yeah.
I
Necco
have,
wafers basically repackaged
dude,
for medicine.
and I don't even care if you want to get like the gummy ones. Like they're just fucking full of shit. They claim that they're gonna instantly cure your heartburn. Now you're talking to a guy who if I think of marinara sauce, heartburn, automatic.
Yeah.
But I've learned to kind of deal with it to the point where like it's keeping me up at night. So like
Sure.
I have to do something. So I have a physical on Valentine's Day, and for the first time I have to say to my doctor, I don't want to keep paying for Prilosec.
Sure.
Because it's first expensive.
Yep.
And I rifle through them. So
Yeah.
I want a prescription for them. Right? Or, you know what I mean? It goes through my insurance. Dude, so now what they're doing, because I bought Prilosec recently, like they didn't have like the actual Prilosec, so I got the generic ones. And it says it on it now, it's a delayed pill. So it doesn't tell you that it's fucking instant. So I ran out of those. All I had left the other night was Tums. Dude, I was tossing, turning left and right, and I'm swearing at the fucking jar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do nothing. You just got $10 out of me, forever long ago. It was like, I have like 3 of them left. I don't even think about it. They're fucking useless. They're such pieces of shit. Prilosec works.
Prilosec works. Because Prilosec is, okay, so I've told this, by the way, this turns to like grumpy old men, but like.
Pretty sure you just had a rabbit run by and you
Oh, they always run
scared
by,
the
yeah.
living shit out of me.
By the way, my buddy Paul Gentile, Central Marketing Officer, he has a war on the rabbits in this city. Like he's like
Tell him to cook 'em,
He's
dude.
like Bill the Butcher and fucking
Yeah,
Like
cook
he
'em.
does not like the rabbits.
That was our dot team, by the way. Dead rabbits.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
We still got a group chat called Dead Rabbits.
So I have talked about this, but like I'm on this omeprazole shit, right? Which is what's in Prilosec.
Yeah, that's
it's just dude. If you go to your doctor and you can get this stuff, it's 40 milligrams, so it's 2 of those.
Yeah.
It's $5 once a month. So instead of buying, like we had stock in fucking omeprazole.
Yeah, that's the name of the generic.
that's what's in it. Yeah,
there was
it's the
no
same shit.
If you didn't say that, I would have just said the O word.
Yeah, exactly. But it works.
Yeah.
Now I've talked about the story when the free money episode when we were talking about free money where Maggie I was just giving my sister money in Aruba.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in Aruba, obviously drinking fucking, margaritas and shit. It was out through the roof.
Yeah.
My fucking
Brutal.
right? We went on what's it called? A snorkeling thing, right? Where it was all you could drink. The only drinks they had were fucking like orange juice and Malibu rum and shit.
Yeah, perfect
Dude,
for you.
I couldn't even go underwater that long because like that puts buoyancy on your chest. And like I was like, and they didn't have anything on the island except this shit that was like, it might as well have been like fake Coke.
Yeah.
Like you dropped it and you drank. It did nothing.
Supposed to be
Nothing.
like an Alka-Seltzer?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a Tums that like dissolves. Absolute fucking bullshit.
Dude,
They
and
don't work.
there's nothing. It's up there with like a toothache, a fucking earache. Dude, when you
it's
can't do
awful.
anything for
No,
it.
it's fucking
You
awful.
can't put a Band-Aid on that.
No.
It's fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, by the way, one more fucking hilarious thing from last night. So we're walking. I had to park a little bit away because we got there late. And
Where was it in Lynn?
it was in Lynn. So we're walking through this back parking lot, and it's the back entrance to like a club. And the club, I see like two beautiful Spanish women walking in there, right? And then out walking are two older Spanish guys, like our age, something like that, not kids. And they're like, one of my girlfriends is falling all over the place. She is fucking blotto fucked, right? And they're like, "Where are you guys coming from?" I'm a little ahead, and they go, they're like, and they look like, if you look up Karen, like they look like three Karens, Maggie, these two girls. And they're like, Led Zeppelin show. And they walk a little bit further. Now I'm away from the girl, so I can hear them still.
Yeah.
And the dude just says the other one, he's like, that makes sense. I'm like, the whitest white people walking through Lynn fucking come from the Led Zeppelin show, the whitest music in the world. All right, anything more on Tums? Are you good?
I just think that they should say buy our chalk for
Yeah.
whatever. If you want to support us, buy our chalk because
Exactly.
they do nothing.
I agree with you that if
Necco wafers.
if you have that, you got to have Prilosec.
You have to.
And if you take two, like you can take two a day. That's really what they're gonna give you at the doctor.
Or just like you got to put like I found that, and I know you said you're not big on dairy, but I found like 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're still hurting, I'll just go down and crush 4 or 5 scoops of ice cream.
Yeah, probably
Soothe
works
it.
great.
And
Yeah,
soothe it, dude.
Yeah.
And I'll just lay down and just I have the windows open. I'm just cold, and I'm like, this feels so much better.
Yeah.
Than fucking heartburn.
I haven't had any. Like I said, I've been eating like a fucking saint, but I haven't had a fucking.
Now
issue,
watch,
and
after this episode, I'll get text messages of like natural remedies from people that listen to this. Like, buddy, have you ever tried lemon and a
Yeah.
fucking bourbon? And I'm like, no, dude.
milk thistle and
yeah,
fucking exactly. All right, I got the next one.
What do you got?
So we were out to dinner last night, and I was like thinking of ideas because I hadn't been doing much research yet or thoughts on this episode. And somebody ordered this item off the menu at 110 Grill. This is the biggest fraud.
Is that where you went one time?
Yeah, 110 Grill. This is the biggest fraud of all the items you can order at a restaurant. Flatbread. Flatbread
Why would anyone order that?
because they're idiots and they have Irish
Is it
palates.
wait? Is it just flatbread or like a flatbread?
Flatbread
pizza?
pizza with like barbecue chicken, which is like the
It's a
worst thing in the
tease.
world. Flatbread, I've ordered it because like sometimes you're in between, you don't know what the fuck you want, and
Yeah.
I've ordered it in like a gun to your head. I just made a huge mistake type of way.
Yeah.
That is senseless food. I mean, when you are living in the land of fine pizzas, right?
Yeah.
Like to order a flatbread, it is basically for anybody who
bland.
doesn't have flatbread, it's like if you take a pita bread and you just put a little sauce on it and a topping,
That's it.
you can make it for like $2.
Yeah.
They charge you like $15 at 110 Grill.
I was about to say, yeah.
It is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like it is the worst shit you can ever eat. I don't know a person that's like, oh, I love their flatbread. Because the flatbread sucks.
Dude, they sell. I see it all the time in the frozen food section. They sell like flatbread pizzas.
That's where it belongs.
Yeah.
Trash food in the trash frozen food section.
Yeah, that you'll never catch me eating that on
It's
purpose.
fucking horrible, dude. It sat there, right? The couple that ordered it had like one slice each. They're like, does anybody want any of this? It's like having a plate of AIDS and be like, does anybody want any of this?
Try it
AIDS?
out.
Yeah, do you want any of this?
Got a little Easy E over here.
you
you
want-
have some magic.
Any full-blown fucking Dallas Buyers Club over here? You know what I mean? Absolutely fucking trash shit. Like I said, it's even more infuriating to me that from 110 Grill, which is downhill to 621, and it's paved. I might be able to hit a driver 7-iron to the fucking 621,
Yeah.
the home of the best fucking pizza in the business.
Yeah.
Which you talked about the
Cheaper.
other day. Cheaper. It's the same price for a pizza. that
Bigger.
is- oh, dude. That pizza fucking
huge.
I'm dreaming of it right now.
Yeah. Might not be a
and-
bad little stop before the games because we're recording before the playoffs.
Yeah, so that was part of today is that I wanted to record before Tommy wants
Don't
to
worry.
watch.
I got a
this
couple
stuff.
frauds in here that have to do with the NFL.
All right, I like it. You're up next. That's all I gotta say. Don't be bringing me a flatbread.
Dude, that is so stupid. All right. First one of the NFL. People that do not like Tony Romo as a commentator. Now, is he obnoxious a little bit? Sure.
I love him.
I will take him over any commentator in the NFL. The guy knows the game.
Yep.
And I think that's what bothers people.
Yeah.
Is that he like predicts what's going to happen.
Sure.
And like, yeah, honestly, he might be drunk half the time. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's way better than fucking Joe Buck.
Way better.
I mean, we know our man Clocky loves himself some Jack Edwards. Yeah. There's a lot of hockey people out there that hate Jack Edwards. Like commentators alone. Like I can't think of anyone that's better than Tony Romo at what he does. For me,
I agree with
for
you.
me anyway.
I agree with you.
I don't know why the overblown hate over Tony Romo.
I'm with you, and
He was a fantastic fantasy quarterback. He'd
Yep.
get you the points. He'd never get you to the promised land if you were a Cowboys fan.
sure.
but he'd get you 20, 30 points a game. He'd make the playoffs every once in a while. Hall of Fame quarterback? No, but he might go in as a commentator.
Dude,
He's good.
listen, I think it was the Saturday game last week, or it was he did the earlier game, I believe. And I remember being like, the next game come on, being like, fuck,
Yeah.
this sucks, dude. Like,
Dude,
he's just so much better.
He's lively. He knows the
Yeah.
game. He doesn't have like a lull when he's speaking.
No.
He's very good at what he does.
Yeah, I think he's awesome, dude. I don't
know
And he
if that's-
knows that people hate him. He actually said it during the last week. He's
I know
like,
it.
I know a lot of people hate me, can't stand me. Like, what do you say to? I don't get the hate. Like, if you want Colin next week, tell us why he's a fraud.
Right.
In my opinion, he's the best in the business. I love him. I think he's
Right.
great. And I'm not afraid to take that hate.
No, dude.
What is there to hate? Like when somebody's really good at it.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example of that. Is I didn't catch it, but I did see the play as LeBron James last night.
He was on my list.
He was?
We could just do him next.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that was like, yeah, fuck it. Listen,
All right, let's do it.
people who hate Tony Romo, I need you. He's going to be on today.
Yep.
I believe he's doing the NFC game, so he'll be the first game today.
Yep.
Just give him a fucking shot.
Yeah.
Richie Valens and La Bamba. Just give him the goddamn guitar and let him do his thing.
Yep.
All right? Stop hating him because he's a Dallas Cowboy
Yeah.
or because he knows more than fucking the person next to him.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman sucks.
Yeah. I agree.
You know? He's a better Cowboy on a mic than Troy Aikman. I'm sorry.
100%. Yeah, he's great at what he does.
He's great at what
Let's
he
get
does.
to LeBron. Might
Please.
as well, because he was on my list.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him so much. All right, here's my whole
But
big...
how talented is the man?
Okay, let's just go back to my big theory about LeBron.
Yep.
He's the most talented person to ever play the game. There's not a question in my mind. He's built like a fucking NFL tight end.
Brick shithouse.
He's a brick shithouse. Does not get hurt.
I believe
right?
he was the number one high school player for basketball.
Yep.
I think he was 9 as a wide receiver.
He's unreal athlete. I'm not disputing his abilities.
Yeah.
Now I'll say this. I think, personally, if you took Michael Jordan or Larry Bird's brain out of their heads and put it into LeBron's body,
yeah.
he would be 5 times better than he is. And let me say why.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's accomplished everything he can accomplish, all that stuff.
Yep.
I still think he's a bitch. He's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And he fucking blames other people for anything he does wrong. He always is fucking, like, there was a world in which if he didn't win, like, when he needed to win and he'd been to the dance a couple times, like, his
checked
career is
out.
going down as, like, the most mediocre career for the best athlete of all time to play the game.
Yeah.
He's so good, it's almost insurmountable that he's that good. Now, listen, I know he puts a lot into his game. I know he does a lot of fucking deep breathing. I know he does a lot of work. He's a Tom Brady type motherfucker. I respect that about him, right? He's a total fraud. There was the big article, you know who Ayla Brown is, right? Scott Brown's
course I
daughter.
know.
She wrote a big article about how he tried to get her up to his room when
Yep.
he was married.
Yep.
He knew she was engaged, I think, right? Said, I just want to cuddle. He's a total fucking piece of shit, right? That being said, there's a lot of womanizers in every game, so I'm not even going to hate on that,
Right.
Right? When the guy who runs the Rockets, I think it's Daryl Mosley, I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
He came on, spoke out about in favor of Hong Kong against China, because China's fucking pretty much a communist society, and they were like, it was a big deal, like, because the NBA is so much fucking put into the Chinese fucking market, right?
yeah.
To grow their own brand. And he was like, it's not right. What's happening is not right. He almost lost his fucking job, right? Speaking out against basically the oppression of an entire society.
Right.
People who are being held down by a fucking oppressive government, right? He speaks out on that.
Right.
Even though he knows it's gonna fucking could cost him his job.
Absolutely.
LeBron comes out and makes a statement. He spoke uninformed, doesn't know what he's talking about, and didn't have all the
It's fucking
information.
common knowledge.
LeBron, you know that they're being held down. Now, as somebody who champions for an oppressed race, right? African-American race, which was horribly oppressed in our society, right? For you to come out because you're like going with the company line,
Right.
about a bunch of people who are horribly being oppressed by their own government is absolutely the most two-faced shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. He's a fucking fraud. He's a loser. He fakes fucking injuries all the time.
All the time.
He's the fact that he has a piece of the Red Sox makes me want to pull a fucking bullet in my own
Dude,
brain.
I still don't understand that move. I mean, I get it. Money's money. But his tantrum last night was, I've never seen anything like it. And it was a regular season game.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the stomping of a feet from a grown man like that.
100%. Like like
That was
didn't you write-
embarrassing.
Was it you that wrote like I haven't seen like this since like my kid who's
No,
like
it wasn't
somebody
me.
wrote that.
Yeah, it
my
was-
toddler.
It was, and then fucking,
Maybe it was Bobby or somebody.
and
wrote
then,
it.
what's his name? Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
Grab the fucking camera.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
dude?
dude, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I just like I have never bought one thing at a silent auction, other than I think I bought maybe one round of golf one time.
Yeah.
I overpaid for a framed picture of Jason Tatum dunking on LeBron in the playoffs. That like was when Tatum had his first like basically coming out season.
Yeah.
And it does not hang in this garage. It hangs in my office. The reason why? I'm too afraid it will fall. I fucking love it. He's just dunking one on fucking LeBron's brain.
That's awesome.
Never liked the guy.
Yeah.
I have much respect for his abilities, so I'm not saying that. I want to
Yeah,
make sure
we're
that-
not saying that
I'm not
like
saying he's not good.
he's
I'm saying
unbelievable.
it's just like Paul
He's
Gentile when he
unbelievable.
shits all over Brady.
Yeah.
He understands he's good, right? He understands he's great. He thinks he's a fraud. That's fine. I think LeBron James is the biggest fraud of them all. I cannot stand him. He's my least favorite athlete in the world. I can't even. If my kid was wearing LeBron James shit, I would move. Like I wouldn't even. I'd dump my phone in the sink, put the fucking water on, and get a ticket to Mexico and find a new family to start. You know what I mean? Like I can't even imagine it. All right, you're up.
Alrighty. Yeah, I still can't get over the fucking tantrum. But anyways, a couple nights ago, we briefly spoke on this, but I don't think we ever used it as a fraud. I was hungry late night. I was like, I really want Taco Bell. So this isn't just Taco Bell, because we all know Taco Bell is my favorite fast food. But they are catering. So the fraud is fast food restaurants that use DoorDash
Okay.
or Uber Eats or any one of those
Yep.
fucking services. The line for the drive-through was easily 45 minutes.
Yep.
So like a normal human that's capable of walking, I got out of my car and went into the restaurant to order my food. As I'm sitting there trying to order my food, I realized not one person has come to the register, but there's 10 people in there waiting, and it was all fucking DoorDash people. So I finally got one of the attention of the people, and I said, can I place an order? And she goes, yeah, what's the name? I go, no, I'm not here for DoorDash. And they go, oh yeah, we're closed for people coming in for service. I go, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1 a.m.
Sure.
It was 9 o'clock. And the doors were still open, but it was only for people that picked up DoorDash because fat fucks couldn't get out of their house to get to pay a $15 fucking service charge, right? Now, don't get me wrong. This DoorDash shit has its time and place.
Sure.
Fast food is not it. I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you.
You want fast food, you get in your car, you either wait in the drive-thru or you go in there and you order from a food and you regret it almost immediately.
Yep.
But you're going to love it.
Yep.
Fountain soda, shit food, but you love it.
Yep.
That's what I wanted that night. And I couldn't get it because I wasn't, because I was too good to get out of my fucking vehicle.
I agree with you.
To go and try to get someone to do their job instead of fucking having a goddamn limo driver bring it to your fat fucking house.
Dude, my friend, the girls I was with last night told me that she does it like Ferg's talked about it on his podcast.
He loves
like,
it.
But she will do the same thing where she like hides like basically like looking out the window.
Yeah.
Because she's embarrassed that she's bought $50 worth of fucking McDonald's. And like her kids have had
My girl
McDonald's.
does it. My girl does it all the time. Dude, we live so close to McDonald's.
I know we're not in Vermont.
We live so close. Like back in the day, a great day, I'm walking to
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like today. Like I would have walked there today.
Sure.
That's how close we live.
Yeah.
Obviously, at 9 o'clock at night, I'm tired. I'm taking my fucking car. It's Taco Bell's a little further. It's in Revere or Everett, whichever one you go to. I went to the one in Everett. The door was open for me to go in and fucking do my business.
Yeah, you dickhead.
And there's 10 people there waiting, dicking around in their phones, playing Candy Crush for their fucking DoorDash orders to bring to some fat fuck in their house. And
What'd you get instead?
I left. I couldn't get anything.
You didn't get anything? You
Oh
didn't
no!
go-
I think I just bit the bullet and went to like Walgreens to grab fucking ramen soup.
By the way,
Yeah.
I'll take that's not a bad consolation prize.
Dude, I do ramen soups a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Shout out to the YouTube videos on like jail food.
Yeah.
Because I've done them all.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll throw in like cheese whiz in it. It's fucking great.
God, Jesus Christ, dude.
Sounds terrible. It's great.
That's fucking absolutely ridiculous.
It's great. But I can't tell you how flabbergasted I was because I couldn't get my chicken quesadilla with the soft taco.
I just love that I'm looking at my frauds and the fifth line down just says LeBron. All right, let's do some. We got a couple more, but let's do some. Let's do some ads.
ads, yeah.
All right, Bella's roast beef. We were there on Friday. By the way, our biggest reel ever, like on Instagram,
Yeah.
is the one of like that I put Biggie to it, where
Yeah.
he's like cutting the beef.
Yep.
It was like Facebook has approved this for like public whatever. So
Yeah.
like, anyways, apparently Harry puts ass in the seats. 1211 Osgood Street in North Andover. BellasNA.com, as we like to say, not Narcotics Anonymous, North Andover. I had, like I said, I used that time. Like I said, I was gonna get a beef on the show. I said I couldn't get anything else,
Yeah.
but I had to.
We said a lot of shit on
we
the
said a
way
lot
up.
of shit. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a pizza roll. That didn't happen.
No, I know.
We
You
were
were
just-
full. You were fucking full.
Dude,
You got a junior,
I got
right?
a junior. That was a lot of meat.
Yeah, and I got. By the way, Buggy was like, I sent the picture of the salad. Buggy's like, there's probably more calories in that than the fucking beef. He's probably right, but anyways,
Yeah.
I got this steak blue crumble. It's called something like that.
It was called
salad?
the steak salad blue. No, steak salad blue. I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It is fucking ridiculous. Caramelized onions. I mean,
Huge.
no place is doing that shit. Like, they're just not. Like, I've never been to a takeout place, beef place that has a fucking salad that has caramelized onions on it. I ate half of it there. I got home. I immediately ate the other half.
Right.
But their fucking house Greek dressing is literally, like I said, you'll have you breaking plates and drinking fucking ouzo. Like,
Yeah,
by
that,
the time
that
you
looked
get
like
home.
some legit shit.
It was fucking good. Thick as fuck. It
Yeah.
was great. They're the best of the business. Harry was on last week on Friday.
I can't wait to. I would love to have a beer with Harry.
Oh, we're definitely gonna go out with
Yeah,
him.
we gotta.
Yeah, we didn't get. He got in the weeds by the end, so like we didn't get to.
The best part about like his little interview, we were second fiddle.
Oh, he have to, dude. He is disciplined.
Mid sentence, he's like,
I'd be
just
like,
took
Cat,
off.
I'd be like, take care of it.
Yeah.
He was not like, take care of it.
yeah. So
Like,
if you heard the episode, you might have heard Harry just like disappear for a minute. We obviously couldn't record like video of it. Harry just took off, did what he had to do because that's his spot.
Yeah.
Came back, he's like, where'd we leave off? Like,
Yeah,
he
he was just making it fucking happen as he does.
place was slammed at noon.
Place was slammed as it should be.
We got there at 11. We left at probably 12:30.
Yeah,
Mobbed the whole time. Minute
Mobbed.
we walked in, from the minute we left, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that and we talked about this too. Like they have the high tables with no seats.
yeah. That's my favorite way to eat.
OG shit.
Yeah, this is my favorite way to eat
Yeah, that
and
was-
drink.
Oh yeah,
If
same.
I can get like high tops with no fucking
I'm
no
all in.
chairs, I'm in.
All in.
So, anyways, check it out. Go there. Tag us in it. Like I said, the contest
You've seen the
starts
videos
this week.
Yeah.
And you know, like just tag them in any post. You can just share our post and tag them. Willie P's been a sponsor since pretty much day one since we started taking sponsors.
Yeah.
50 Benny Street, free parking. Hub Hall, if you're going to the Bruins or the Celtics game, get yourself a fucking actual chicken sandwich that doesn't cost you a mortgage on your house. The food is absolutely amazing. The cocktails are fucking sick. The environment is unbelievable. Our guy Chris Parsons, who is the executive chef and owner, we're gonna be there March 4th. We've talked about that. LilyPeasChicken.com. Go in there, tell them you sent us. If you go in there, just take a picture and you can even just send it direct to us. We'll post it, but post it on your page, tag us in it. And then American Safety Sprinkler, right?
American Safety Sprinkler, Mikey B, as you know, restaurateurs. Please reach out to Mike. He's the best in the business. He's convenient. You mention us, he will give you a discount. AmericanSafetySprinkler.com. Mike Brandano's the guy. Tell him that we sent you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got some voicemails. We got a few. We don't have as much. Usually people leave them later in the day.
It's January. It's dry podcast January.
Right podcast, anyway. But we got a few. All right, let's get in here. Let's start it off.
Yo, it's your man Adam from Jumptown. Just checking in. Wanted to say what's going down to all my people. Want to give a big shout out to the both of you. Taking this dry January very serious. Congratulations. Way to stick to something and get it done. The biggest thing we could do is take a look at ourselves and say we failed, and you two can say you did it. Anyways,
Coach.
time for some motherfucking frauds. Listen, first fraud, I'm going to call it out. Ronnie Deutsch. He's a fraud. No, North Shore Beef fraud and a Chuck Mafia fraud. Nowhere to be found. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, anywho, second, I'm here at the gas station and watching people pump from the fucking opposite side and dragging the fucking hose all the way across to the opposite side. Fucking frauds. Learn how to pump your gas. Fucking keep that quality high. Sausages here.
Ronnie Deutsch, for the people at home who didn't hear it, is the guy who chugs like wicked
Just
fast.
go to his Instagram.
But he's not really like part of either page.
No.
So that's why he's saying he's a fraud.
Oh.
So he was on the North Shore Beef's page, but he's really a hired gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, anyways,
He's fun to watch.
all right.
Good morning, gents. Let's leave you some frauds. First up, whoever's the new guy at Kowloon making the Saugus wings, he should be fired. LeBron, the diva, crying like a little whiny 7-year-old bitch. Mel Kiper, who literally every year tells us who's going to be great and ends up sucking balls. Netflix for trying to stop password sharing. And lastly, Doctor Strange for stealing a Marvel sorcerer's name and likeliness. Picks for the day: Cincy plus 1.5, Philly minus 2.5. Prop bet: you want to make some money. Samaje Perine, Cincinnati Bengals running back, over 18.5 yards receiving. Money. I'm out.
I'm gonna spoiler alert. There is no Doctor Strange again this week. He might have just gone back into the woodwork. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We've asked him to come. We've asked him, but hey, listen. Don't be sad
The
because
offer
it
still
ended.
stands.
Don't be sad because it ended. Be happy because it happened.
Right.
All right. All right. Next up.
What was I? I was just about to say something though. Fucking something about Jump Down.
He's awesome.
It's all good.
All right. Ready?
It'll come to me.
Gillis. I was a little thrown off when 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, whatever, 3 episodes ago, technically, somewhat accused me of being that fucking loser Doctor Strange. First off, I would have picked a way better name than that fucking loser superhero from the fucking Marvel comic books. Second off, you're gonna come at me for my fucking ratings on an espresso martini, buddy. I'm drinking more espresso martinis in this past year than you've probably drinking drinks in your entire life. Give or take like 5. Anyways, you're gonna come at me and call me a fucking fraud. When this whole time you've been going off on these fucking TikTok people, calling them frauds with their fake Boston accents and how they're these stereotypical fucks doing these fucking things. Well, I just want to come at you and call you a fucking fraud. Because episode 28, at the 55th minute, at exactly 33 seconds into the next minute, you did a stereotypical South Boston accent talking about some fucking taking Percocets or some bullshit. But you did the fucking accent that you guys constantly make fun of, so you're a fucking fraud. Goodbye.
Andrew Fontana coming at my neck.
You can hang up. Oh, Jesus, this is bad.
I got a question for Andrew because I can't remember if I told it on the show. It's a good story. Andrew, you got to let me know if I've told the story about the Serbian guys from Home Depot who eventually got fired. You got to let me know if I've told that story already.
I don't think you did.
Mentor and Artune. It's a good story. If I haven't told it, I'll tell it next week.
Okay.
All right, we got one more. This guy's called in before.
Yo, voicemail number 2, you pick the one you want. It's your man, Adam Jumptown. Let me tell you something. I watched a little sweet episode, 40-minute segment, and you said, my man, that I'm flipping grilled cheeses. I'm practically flipping grilled cheeses. I cannot get that out of the back of my head. How dare thee? Meanwhile, I'm showing you my gluten-free steak and cheese that I'm making just for you and your family. And you telling me I'm flipping grilled cheeses. We don't know, but we do. Mm-hmm.
All right, let me just say this. First of all, I want to publicly apologize to Jumptown. I hurt his feelings. We know he
He's
makes the
fired
best
up.
grub in the fucking business.
He's fired up.
I go off the cuff sometimes. I make mistakes. This is an official.
First off, if you can make a mean grilled cheese,
Yeah, dude, the
Hats
kid
off
makes
to
the
you.
best grub in the business. I mean, we all know that. He was wearing his pulling the cork shirt the other day on his live.
Fact.
By the way, he's looking svelte. Kid's fucking losing weight.
he is.
Looks great. So not only is the director of Interstellar Communications, but he's the director of culinary affairs as well. We've given him 2 jobs now. He works hard, dude. He puts a lot of hours
He
in.
does 80 hours a week anyways.
80 hours a week. That's a fact.
80-hour Adam.
And we're gonna, by the way, no free ads, but we are gonna hit. I know we've been saying it. We're gonna hit the Denali's food truck soon, and we're gonna do a video because he adds a lot of value to the show. We love you, Jumptown. If it hasn't been fucking proven by now, we love Jumptown.
Jump.
Jumptown. All right, so that is what we got for voicemails. Did you go last or I go last?
You went last.
Okay, you're up.
Alrighty. So we got here. Where the fuck did it go? All right, we talked about this. Me and you were talking about a pub crawl,
Yep.
and then we talked about alternatives. Not because we're still doing the pub crawl.
Yeah.
But we talked about alternatives to get a bus involved.
Sure.
And we were thinking about doing like, you know what? We should all just get tickets
I
to
know where this is going.
Luke Combs, and we'll go down to Gillette Stadium on a bus and just tailgate there. And then me and you looked at the prices of concert tickets. I don't know where Vivid Seats, Ticketmaster, Gillette, whoever the fuck is responsible for these ticket prices. How much was one ticket for Luke Combs in the Loge area?
Not even the best Loge seats.
Right.
$380.
$380
Yeah.
to see a man not remotely close to you.
No. Which a man that you and I can sit here and probably put on a live Luke Combs concert
Yep.
and drink off my keg and
Yep.
have probably
Great
close to,
time.
close to as good
Great
a time.
time. Yeah. $380 for one single ticket. Now, I'm going to be in that arena some way.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if it drops a little bit.
Yep.
Because $380, we're talking
We can
about,
fly to Nashville and back.
we're talking about a regular concert. This
Yeah.
isn't a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't care it's at Gillette.
By the way, if you get a hookup out there, we're not above that.
Yeah,
So,
we'll take that.
yeah.
They're all over the place. Buddy of mine just went to Future.
Yep.
He had a concert at the Garden on Friday night. Garden holds what, 25,000 people, something like that?
Yeah. Something like that. I don't
They
know.
sold
Yeah.
8,000 tickets total. And they like got, because no one wanted to buy the fucking tickets.
Yeah.
So they blacked out everything. It was, granted, it was only a 6-city tour, right? So it was a small, but he's a mainstream, everyone knows
Dude,
fucking
there's
Future.
a guy, Zach Bryan's kind of like the new, I think his name is.
Yep.
I think it's him. It could be a different name. So if I'm wrong, whatever. He's kind of like the new up and coming like Tyler Childers type of guy. Ooh, remind me. I got to talk about Billy Strings after this for a second.
Yep.
He basically just put out an album that says "All My Friends Hate Ticketmaster." He put out an album called that.
It's awesome.
Like, because he's like, fuck this. Like, and I agree with him. This is actually going to lead into what I was going to say. You know who's not a fraud and who's a fucking good guy is these tribute bands like Get the Let Out and like I paid $40 last night to go see Get the Let Out. One of the best shows I've seen in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I paid, like, I went to one time down at the Memorial Hall. They had a U2/Petty cover band. They were amazing, dude. I had just as much fun there as I had more fun there than when I saw U2, right? Like,
I fucking hate
dude,
you too.
I'm just saying it's not hard. It's not hard to, like, give people an okay price on
yeah.
a concert. You know what I mean? But, like,
You don't want a baby seal beatdown, as my friend used to call it. And I said, what's a baby seal beatdown? He goes, take a baby seal and beat it over the head. That's what they're doing to you. With your wallet.
100%. I'm not paying that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not. Like, there's just better.
$380 a lot of fucking dough,
Dude,
dude.
like I said,
that's
we
just
could-
that's just to walk into the building.
I just priced out if we were going to fly to Nashville last night because I was just sitting there dreaming of doing stuff.
we're doing it.
And I looked at it. It was like basically $365 round trip. You can fly to Nashville, Tennessee, for what it costs you to spend 2 hours paying $18 a beer
Yep.
for Luke Combs.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Dude. I'm
crazy.
not doing it. I don't do that shit.
It's crazy.
Like I'll pay $150 all day.
And I can't see a guy like Luke Combs, like ticket, like that's his idea.
Oh, Luke Combs is awesome.
I
No
can't-
question. He doesn't want it.
No.
He wants regular people to be able to eat to watch his shit.
I believe it was Jason Aldean was at Fenway last year.
Yep.
And like, he was like so humble about like being at Fenway. Like he walked around, like they're normal fucking people for the most part. I can't, it's like their agents and shit that are like fucking upping these prices.
Yeah.
Because they know they can get away with it. You're not getting two right here at that price, dude.
Yeah,
That's
no,
nuts.
dude, I agree with you. All right, so what I wanted to talk about real quick. Everybody knows us. We have Billy Strings posters in here. I'm a Billy Strings fucking stan. Billy Strings, for those who don't really know who he is, if you just look up on YouTube, Billy Strings Dustin a Baggie, you'll see him when he's like 15 years old, 17, playing in somebody's shithole fucking trailer park. He's a kid who came from absolutely nothing, lived in a shithole house. Parents didn't have any money. He is an absolute fucking prodigy of a guitar player and singer, and his band is like a jam band now, right? But he comes from a bluegrass background. He's a fucking, like, think Mozart of fucking this genre, right?
Right.
He is the most humble dude ever from everything I've ever seen. He's now become a stadium act. Like, he's, like, within a couple of years, he could be filling 2 nights at Gillette. Like, that's how meteoric his rise has been. But he stays true. The bluegrass community is, like, a really tight-knit, small community of, like, you know, they play a lot of, like, Christians, like Bible Belt type songs and shit. I play a lot of bluegrass music on my own. It's like a very tight knit thing, and it's not popular really, right?
Right.
He's become this like fucking rocket ship, right? So this weekend is Spigma is a thing down in Nashville they do every year. It's the biggest thing for bluegrass music. And basically how a bluegrass thing works, for people who don't know, if you go to like a bluegrass convention, like you watch the bands on stage, but everybody's in the hallway just having separate jams. Like they'll just be like, and everybody knows the songs. You'd be like, play Redhead Boy, you know, some old Irish songs and shit. This motherfucker was just in people's hotel rooms and out in the hallway this weekend, just jamming with the people.
You sent me the
it to
video.
you.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with everybody, fucking jamming tunes with like a regular dude, because he is a regular dude.
Yeah.
He understands where he came from. He fucking pays his dues. His band was there. They were just sitting in with like, if you were there and you were like in that jam, he was just with you playing, like singing and shit. Shit you pay $60, $70 to go see. He's just doing it for the people. Like he doesn't forget where he comes from. Mohan and I always talk about this with him. It's like, this is what's missing from most people who get famous and most people who get fame is that like they forget like what they came from.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, I want to drive a Rolls Royce. I want to fucking flex on everybody. It's like, you know how you're going to get way more people to love you? Like be you, be who you were. So anyways, shout out to my fucking guy, Billy Strings, for fucking holding it down.
You know who else does that? It's not music related, but it's comedy related. After every show, Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
he goes to like the nearest bar
And hangs out.
Hangs out after his
Yeah.
shows. So he was in Medford last year,
Yeah.
and right across from the Chevalier Theater,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, is Carol's, which
Yeah.
is like a restaurant.
Yeah.
He hung out in the bar till like
I love it, dude. That's like
1 a.m.
I think that's like, I like to think that like that's how
He
if-
keeps his
not that you and I are ever gonna be famous, but like if you were like you had a huge crowd of people, like you'd want to pay dues to the people who help you do what you're doing
Yeah.
and want to support them because
That's why
the
it
funny
drives
thing
me-
is if the people who love you, if you're famous or if you're like you know you have a big following, they like the same shit you like. That's how they like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have so much in common with those.
That's
people.
why it drives me bonkers when I see athletes not give autographs
drives
away.
me nuts. I can't do
It's
it.
fucking 2 seconds and it's
You're
a
making
scribble.
$20 million a
and
year.
it's a scribble.
$20 million a year.
You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah. They just
fuck
asked
you,
me.
Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
He turned you down?
I said
Oh,
it on
you
here.
said it on here. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted $20 from me.
Okay. I got
Fucking piece of fucking filth.
this is the last I have two, but the other one kind of isn't as good.
I got one left. So
All
I
right.
think I definitely skipped. So you can
Yeah.
do 2 in a row if you want.
No. I got let's do one left, one good one left.
Okay.
All right. Marathon stickers on the back of cars. Now, we have done
That's a great one.
we have done baby on board stickers.
Yeah.
And I happen to be behind some dickhead in a Subaru with a fucking 26.2.
Yeah.
Now,
13.1.
let me tell you a story about
Not an athlete.
Let me tell you a story that probably should be saved for not like it should be Patreon material. But there's a young Brendan Ahern in 1992 stayed home from 6 from school, putting up Jordan-like numbers on the fucking Spice Channel. I'm talking 6. My body quit at 7. Like I don't have a 6.5 sticker on the back of my car to prove I was cracking stick that many times that day. Everybody gets it, dude. I have no problem with people run marathons. My neighbor's about to run it and raise a bunch of money for Children's Hospital or something.
Yep.
I love that. My best friend, one of my best friends in the world, Jim O'Malley, in Ireland, he's run like 40 fucking marathons. Like, I think they're great. Like, I wish I'm not going to do it, but like, I get it. I don't need you to tell me and flex on me that you did it. Like, and you know what? Maybe you did it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not that great of a
Yeah.
achievement in the fucking, by the way, in the fucking Burger King line where I saw it, okay? Mr. High and Mighty with your 26.2 flexed on me while you're getting a 10-piece chicken fry and a fucking large shake, motherfucker. All right? I heard you order. I had my window down. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to see that shit. Like, there are certain
It
bumpers.
is a strange flex.
It's a wicked strange flex. It's right as bad as the flex of this our Klein Mount Washington. The people who aren't from around here, the people who aren't from around here, Mount Washington's like our highest peak, I guess, like in the area. There's a bumper sticker that's really popular that a lot of people have.
It's white and it has
white.
big red letters.
Red letters with a little mountain on it, and it says, "This car climbed Mount Washington," because you can drive to the top of it.
Yeah.
You are worse than 26.2 people. You're right up there with the baby on board people.
Oh, it's
You are an absolute, like, if that's, like, you probably have a Planet Fitness sticker right next to it to call back to, like, this weekend, last episode. But 26.2, the only person worse than the 26.2, and you are out there, I see you all the time, and you have no friends, I guarantee. The 13.1 half marathon stickers that are out there. Like, that's like just admitting that you're going to lose.
that's a participation
That's a
trophy.
participation therapy. I might walk a fucking half and put a sticker on my back of
do
my
it.
car. Like,
Fuck,
dude,
let's just get tattoos on our throats.
dude, 13.1. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
You
let's
do
just stop putting
13.1.
5Ks.
You slap my hand. I'll walk to 13.1 together. We are one. We are 16.2.
Let's
26.2.
do 5K. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm gonna make a sticker that says 26.2 sucks. Like,
So every year on Labor Day, since I was a kid, we know that I get fucking fall down drunk on Labor Day. We
Yep.
did an episode that night. But
you were wrecked.
I do a water stop for the Irish American Road Race. Every money goes to even the food, everything goes to Dana-Farber Cancer Research.
Yep.
I do the first water stop for the 10K people. And as you were saying this, I was like, I already know what I'm doing this year. Because I always said it, but I'm going to make a sign that says real athletes. Because right before you come to me, the 5K is take a right at Pizza Pizza. And they're the frauds. They're the people those are 13.1s.
Yeah.
And the people that come to me, like to get water, they don't even they just throw it on their face
I know.
and fly by.
Yeah.
But guess what? They take the free slice of pizza, they get 2 drink tickets, and they're on their way to do the next one.
Exactly.
They like to run. I get no beef with that. They're not telling you that they don't have a fucking IA 10K sticker on the back of their fucking shit.
Dude,
It's a weird flex.
it's a weird flex. All right, you're up. Last one.
All right. Told you I had 2 about the NFL. We're recording this because one game, the fraud is,
By the way, I agree with Bobby Freud on both his bets, which means I'm going to be light on my car payment this month.
the fraud is playoff schedule times. So there's one West Coast team out of the 4, and they're away.
Yep.
I have no idea why we don't have a 1 o'clock Eastern time game and a 3:30 game right after that.
Agreed.
Fuck the West Coast, dude.
Yep.
And I want the 49ers to win. I want the 49ers to win, and I want Cincy to win. I don't care about the spread. I just want them to win. That's why I want the Super Bowl. Fuck the West Coast. It's not my fault that the time started on the East Coast. Deal with it.
I agree.
You guys get nice weather. You have to deal. Wake up in the morning and watch football. What's so bad about that?
Plymouth Plantation. It starts here.
Dude, that's it. It's not so bad today, but last week, what was the game? Fuck. They even did it with college.
4:30 and 8.
Stupid.
Something like that.
Stupid. On
Yeah.
a Sunday. 90% of the world has to get up to work.
Yeah.
You know? It just drives me. I don't know why we have to cater to that so much. When, if it was the opposite, then what are we going to do? We're going to still have a 1 o'clock game. It's going to cater to us, and it's going to be an 11. You're going to be up anyways watching
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah. I'm in total agreement with you. Yeah.
It's not so bad today, but normally it's a fucking 4 o'clock game and 8 o'clock game. No one wants to be up till 11 o'clock.
No. Let me tell you who's not a fraud, and it's NFL. Okay? It's not Tony Romo.
Yeah.
It's a fucking guy. Me and Tommy had it. Me and my son had like maybe a 45-minute conversation about this yesterday. And then I had a conversation with my buddy Chris Danielson last night, my friend's husband. We talked about this for 15 minutes. So I spent 60 minutes of my day yesterday talking about one individual. And you're going to know who I'm talking about.
Thomas
Motherfucker with the most swag I've ever seen in my life.
Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Nope.
Oh,
My new, basically, Tom Brady.
Joe
I'm a
Burrow.
fucking Bengals guy now.
Joe Burrow.
I love this kid
Joe
so
cool.
fucking much.
Joe cool, dude.
He is, and he proved it last week. They're like, he's gonna fold. He fucking had an unbelievable game. The kid has the thing you need.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think he's of him as a dick.
Yeah.
I just think he's got swag. Like he believes that he can do it.
My boy called me last year, black fella,
Yeah.
after the Bengals won. And like we talked about him before. He goes, Gilly, I want you to know you'll forever be my favorite white boy. But 1A is Joe Burrow. and I said, that's cool. I said, if there's a guy that's going to beat me, I'm fine with that.
Dude, you also, by the way, I think you said that you basically are Joe Burrow.
Pretty much.
Like all your friends, like you were the one styling with like
Yeah.
7 black dudes. Like
That
as
was
you
me.
grew.
That was
Yeah.
me. Yep. I was without rapping. I was Eminem in D12.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, by the way, also, somebody had asked on the page when I put up a song one time that they were like, "Is there anything you can't do?" And I was like, said like things around the house and shit. I'll tell you another thing I absolutely suck at: rap. The reason I can write songs fast is because I listen to so much rap,
Yep.
so much that like it comes to me super fast. Like because I heard every fucking album by every big rapper that's basically from '92,
Yep.
maybe like '90 to like basically 2002. Like anything that was out, I know it, right? I've tried as a joke to rap, because my buddies did these joke raps.
Yeah. Bomb.
It makes me uncomfortable to think about it. Like, that's how fucking bad I was at it. I was
great.
fucking horrible at it. Absolutely fucking horrible at it. So if you need somebody to rap something, it's not going to happen here. All right, so we got a big month coming up on deck.
We do.
I mean, big. I should say big, like 45 days, because March is because that's a big weekend. But
February's a fraud.
February's a fraud. It is a shitty month. There's nothing good going on.
There's no
good sports.
There's no good. There's no major holiday.
Once the Super Bowl comes,
Valentine's Day, fraud.
Yeah. Tell you what's not a fraud. I love the Super Bowl. I'm a Super Bowl guy.
I love Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I love the Super Bowl, and again, it's well noted I'm a way more college fan than I am NFL. But Super Bowl, the whole day is usually dedicated to like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. So like I said, I used to be in a chili cook-off. I wish they brought it back, but that was like during the day. You always have a Celtics game during the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I'm in a couple pools with that. I love when people run pools and it intertwines with the basketball.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't wait. We have 2 shows before then.
I also want to say this too. Like, we are going to more of a format of less frequent guests.
Yep. We will still have them, but they're
We're
going to
still
be.
going to have them. And like the regular, like some of the people you've heard before who we've had on a lot, like the holiday correspondents aren't going anywhere. Nobody's really going anywhere. I'm just saying that like we're going to do more shows with just me and you. Because we got into a habit where we're doing guests almost every week.
Right.
Which is fun. But I think that like I like to, we have a good synergy like when it's me and you. So like I like to do that. That said, I do want to do the episode in late February of have Clocky and Fitzy come in, and then have the Tangos bring the grandmother's eggplant palm.
Yeah.
My mother I'll get my mother's. I'm not gonna tell it's private contest because she'll be like, she'll not. If she loses, I can't even. Thank God she doesn't listen.
Yeah.
Her eggplant palm is great. I'm sure their grandmother's fucking shit is lights out.
Yeah.
That said, the contest is going to be that we're going to have blind taste tests to Fitzy and Clocky. And you can do it too, because you've never
fuck
had
yeah.
either.
I haven't had either.
And because I can tell my mother's a mile away. And we're gonna see who survives. And we'll have to put some wager on it, me versus the Tangos. Maybe Newbridge steak tips. I know they love them so much. But yeah, that's it. So I mean, good show, dude. That was 3 shows in 7 days
For you,
for me.
the people.
Oh, for the people. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For the people out there. Exactly. And like I said, we'll be keeping you guys up to date on everything. But once again, do me some favors. Subscribe to this thing on Apple's podcast. Even if you are on Apple and Spotify, subscribe both places. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, Pulling the Cork, subscribe. I don't care if you never watch it. Doesn't matter. Just subscribe. Helps us with other stuff. Helps us come up in the algorithm for other people to see it.
Yep.
If you want to win $50 to both places, right? By the end, and we'll call out the winner on the at the event.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Share everything we share, or as much as you can, and whoever shared the most, I'm going to keep a tally, Andrew Fontana style. And whoever shares the most is going to get those 2 gift cards. And one of the places you go to, we'll go with you to eat.
Hell yeah.
Be that Lily Peas or
Bella's.
But yeah, have an awesome fucking week. We'll be back next weekend.
We'll be back and we'll have some stories because the first is Wednesday.
First is looming. I mean, I'm getting drunk next weekend. It's fucking happening. It might even be boring. It might be like me and Maggie drinking wine here watching Yellowstone. But it's going to be like,
Glorious.
I've told the story, but like the first time
Once it hits your lips.
Yeah, first time I got a buzz, like I was like, this is the best feeling in the world. Like, it's not, and by the way, I've tried a lot of drugs. They don't even come close. So all right, we'll be back next week. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Later, boys and girls.